guys, and welcome to today's First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recently released title and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. In today's video we're looking at the best month ever, which is a single player RPG where choices matter and it tackles some very arduous and triggering conversations and features. It's pretty good and it's a game that I would very much enjoy off stream. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be able to show you in this video, and there are going to be spoilers, so bear that in mind as well. It takes place in the late 60s, where you play as a mother and a child trying to find a new home for the child as he recounts these memories as an adult. It deals with some very, very triggering themes such as racism, sexual conduct, death, other things like that. It's a very hard-hitting game and there is a rather large disclaimer at the front. So, if you're not really ready to be triggered by any of those, this is probably going to be a game that you want to avoid at all costs. As always, we'll look at the options first and then we'll jump straight into the game to show you how it works and how the choices matter and change the sort of outcome of the story. So, let's jump straight into those options. Okay, so the options are possibly the thing that I am most utterly disappointed with. Whilst the game isn't too graphically intensive, there are some serious options here that are missing. Namely, FPS counter, resolution change, full screen, not full screen, window borderless. There are no graphic options to speak of at all. There are no accessibility options and there's no real customization that you can do. This is a problem because the games need that. You need to be able to customize it so that people with a lower end system are able to play your game. It opens up the game for so many more people, and it always confuses me when a game doesn't have any graphic options at all. That being said, the volume is again cranked up to loud, although it's not that loud in the background anyway. You can turn the profanity filter on. If you are sensitive to foul language, you're going to want to do that. I know for a fact that cunt is used fairly early on in the game. Hints and dialogues, and you can skip the QTE sequences as well, so you can play it more as an interactive novel. The options it has are very good and useful for this game, but again, a lack of any graphical functionality at all is a problem in 2022. Let's see if the gameplay redeems the game, shall we?
What are we waiting
Alright,
for?
we're in the game. Now, with it being a basic interactive novel with choices, there are going to be some major spoilers here, so please bear that in mind. We are very early into the game, and as you can see, it's sort of like a point and click. You can move your character, which will either be Mitch or his mother Louise, around the screen, and when you get to certain areas things will happen. Often if there is a point of interest that you need to go to, there will be a square on the screen that you can hover over, and that will enable you to continue the story. In the top left hand corner you will have Mitch, and you will have these character stats here as well. These are things that are affected by the choices that you make, and you want to basically try and decide whether you're going to be chaotic neutral or just evil or really good. And there are a lot of choices to choose from, so these things are going to change over the time of the game. The thing that strikes me with this game is the art style. It's beautiful. It's sort of like a water-based paint,
You must be
as
Butch.
well as like
And who are
proper
you?
decent
The
graphics. It's a
police?
really weird mix and a combination that just makes it really, really
Louise,
good.
I'm your auntie.
The voice acting in this game is incredible
I
as
don't
well.
know
It's
you.
very well thought out. The
Is your
lines
mom around?
fit the time, and it doesn't feel like they're trying to be
Some ants here.
offensive for the sake of being offensive. You know, it very much feels like you are living as Louise back in the day.
Louise? Good morning, Kathy.
I really like this.
What are you doing?
Again, I don't think it's a game that anybody
Sorry
could
for
stream.
dropping in on you like this.
Not without serious trigger warnings.
And who's
I don't
that?
think the game would cause
son,
anything to get
Mitch.
banned or anything
It's
like that. I
time
don't think
he met
it's
his family.
that sort of a nature, but
Say
the
hello to your auntie
themes
and
that
your
it
cousin.
talks about and the way that it
Hello,
goes through and
Auntie.
stuff.
Cousin? You lie.
Why?
hit hard.
Cause he's
Like
colored.
this scene now, again, we're in the 70s. We've got a mixed race child. He is,
What's the difference?
you know, he's going to face challenges
You
and come
don't
up with the things that are going to be problems
Gee
and stuff.
whiz, Mom. Are they
And
our
I like it when
family?
games challenge these obstacles and these sort of issues that people faced and still face today in a tactile way, in a way that makes sense without trying to force the issue in any way, right?
No, I'd like to stay a while.
I don't know
Unfortunately, we've got
how
guests
much the
already.
choices are going to
I have
affect
no
the
room
actual
for you.
gameplay. Obviously, they'll affect the outcome, and there are probably
that?
different endings here.
Some Louise
But I don't
gang.
know how different the story changes throughout. This is my obviously first playthrough, etc. But yeah, this is best month ever. It came out on Steam last week. Feel free to
Mitch?
check it out.
Meet
Let me
Grammy.
know in those comments down below what you think.
Hello,
And I will
Grammy.
see you all next time.
Where's your daddy?
Ciao,
Did he
ciao.
leave you, poor child?